Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you another video. All right, so the Golden State Warriors are down 77-50 at the half of the Western Conference Semifinals, Game 5. I, Ja's not out there, and the Memphis Grizzlies are a much better team. It's just that simple. There ain't no way around it. Their defense is turned up about 7 notches, and the adjustments that Taylor Jenkins has made have worked thus far. More Stevens Adams equals more rebounds. More Brandon Clark equals more rebounds. And Jaren Jackson Jr., of course, is getting his normal rebounds. And that's where it is. They sealed that up. They've been having issues off on the offensive glass, as I've been telling you guys. The Warriors have been killing it on the offensive glass. And, they've sat Brandon Clark too much in this series. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking around, I'm saying they're having rebounding issues and they're sitting Steven Adams and Brandon Clark. It doesn't make any sense. You put them back in there, and suddenly things look a lot better for you both on the boards and defensively. So that's part of it. And then the other part of it is, of course, defensively. You want to credit the Grizzlies with forcing 14 turnovers. Yes, the Warriors have given up 14 turnovers in this game thus far through one half, which is why they've given up so many points. You can't turn the ball over 14 times and then have an abundance of offensive rebounds go to the other team as well and think you're going to win the game. This is what happens. How many possessions does that actually add up to? When you consider you're giving up second chance points, off of every brick that they make, they're getting the ball off of that rebound. And you're turning the ball over. You're giving them the ball on 14. It's like, there's no way for you to have any kind of success, especially going up against a young team who has their back against the wall in their gym. You ain't gonna have no success against them. Not when you turn the ball over 14 times and give up however 17 minute offensive rebound, however many it was, it's in the teens. You're not gonna win. And that's just what you're seeing right there. This is a firm, strong statement made by a Memphis Grizzlies team that's wounded, but very dangerous, extremely dangerous. Desmond Bane looks pretty good today. Jaren Jackson hurt his elbow. Keep an eye on that. Jordan Poole also re-injured his elbow, even though it looks like they're both going to try to play through it. Keep an eye open. Those elbows are real. You're seeing Steph Curry's shot looks pretty good. He's crisp tonight. Klay Thompson is 6 for 8, so you're very pleased by the Splash Brothers ultimately being able to hit shots. But it doesn't matter if they keep turning the ball over. Dre's got to shore that up. He's turned the ball over some. I think, and this is the same thing I said in the last video about this game, or rather the last couple videos ago. I've said this in this series. Mike Brown is in there for Steve Kerr since Steve Kerr went down with the protocol, and I'm not really sure if Mike Brown is facilitating his own wishes or if he's doing what coach is drawn up. Usually in situations like this, you're going with the coach's game plan. However, I'm seeing the results, and I just don't know how to really assess it. I don't know that Steve Nash. It's Nash. I don't know why I keep saying Nash. Kerr would find himself down by this much in the half, but I don't think so. Certain buttons that are being pressed, I just wonder if it's a Mike Brown thing, because you're just seeing some matchups down there a little different. You're not seeing enough Jonathan Kuminga. You're seeing more Damian Lee. You're seeing more, just different rotations than what I would see earlier in the series. Now, maybe those are just natural adjustments being made, but clearly they're not good ones. So, I would throw Kuminga back out there. Maybe try to go with a little Moses Moody, even though they just got him buried in the back of the bench for some inexplicable reason. When you get a guy out of the lottery this year, there's no change in his trajectory at all. The only difference in the situation is what you assess and how you're able to incorporate it into your situation. He's still the same guy you drafted 10 months ago, and he probably should have a regular rotation role in his team, certainly ahead of Damian Lee. No disrespect. So that's also part of it, something that I'm looking at I don't really like about the Warriors this year. But that's just is what it is. They have a lot of guards, a lot of forwards, and they're making choices. Wiggins looks pretty good in this one. You got to give him his credit. He's hitting shots. You want to see him continue to do that. When he plays well, they play well. Otto Porter Jr. got to take it on the road, man. He's missing shots in this game. This in Golden State, he's hitting all the shots. You just want those guys to carry it on the road. That's been a theme in these playoffs, these last 24 hours, basically, with the exception of the game we just watched with the Bucks and the Celtics. The road teams, they're just not playing well on the road. These guys play great at home, and then they get on a plane and they leave their skills at the arena they left. And this is what you're seeing here tonight. Golden State didn't bring their game with them. I guess they thought because, Ja ain't going to be around. Dylan Brooks hasn't been able to hit a shot in about a month. They figured, I guess, they just roll in here and bring lackluster energy into an arena where a team has got their back against the wall. Newsflash, Golden State. Ain't nobody just about to hand you the series. This is a team that plays very well without their star. In fact, they have a very, very, very good record without him. So, the fact that they're playing great defense, rebounding on you, able to be versatile enough to do certain things to you, clamping down on y'all the way that they are, boarding and all of that, they have the weapons to do so. And that's why I said you can't play with your food. If you don't come out here with a certain level of intensity, you can't just get cute and think that's going to do it for you. You got to fight on the boards. You got to throw some young players out there. You got to get big. You got to get strong and be physical. And what I'm seeing from Golden State is just a laissez-faire attitude. We can take a couple shots. We can get this thing back to Golden State. We're just going to knock it off there. Doesn't matter if we win this game. Let's just relax. Memphis is beating you in a way that should never happen to the Golden State Warriors. So if they don't find a way to keep them off the glass in the second half and stop turning the ball over, you're going to find the series 3-2 headed back to Golden State. I mean, that's really it. This has been a bad half of basketball for a very good team. And like I said, these little knick-knack injuries, they're going to start piling up. This is one of the oldest teams left. They do not want to find themselves in a situation where they start letting players fall off to injury because they're playing extra games with a team like Memphis, who doesn't have their star anymore. It appears they're going to drop this one unless there's a massive comeback. That's extra basketball for a team who cannot afford that. So that's all I really have to say about it, man. Of course, I'll get back to you guys in a second at the end of this game. But if this game continues the way that it is, that video probably ain't going to be much longer than this one. Because that everything I just said sums up everything there is. And unless there's adjustments made, that will be the story. It's that simple. So the way things are going, Memphis is well on their way to 130-something points. And that speaks a lot to just how the Golden State Warriors have approached this basketball game. Mike Brown just got the job with the Sacramento Kings, brother. I'm very happy you did, because I definitely don't want you coaching my Lakers. It's the type of stuff that I remember. I remember how stagnant your offense looked when we were running around with Kobe and whoever the heck was on that team, Smush Parker, whoever was on that team Mike Brown had. We had a lot of games that looked exactly the way this one is, you guys. Exactly the way. No offense whatsoever. Just getting blown out when guys aren't hardly even running. Very little fast break points. Stuff like that was like Mike Brown's signature stuff. So, I'm glad that he's headed there and not here. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing, man. Just give me bad flashbacks. That's it. Just very bad flashbacks of a time I do not want to revisit. So, that's what I got, man. Golden State Warriors look like they're going to get themselves kicked all the way out this situation and want to play extra basketball with a Morantless basketball team. Go for it. I'm rooting for them anyway. Video 44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.